This is the continual evolution of the East Coast beat. The night chill has come to the valley. I sit, I sit, and I remember. A different city, same me, different vibe. There was a time when I would dance in circles, dance in crowds, dance in the falling rain. But now summer is coming to the SB. Tank tops and open toed sandals, barbecue grills, and backyards will overflow with regulated enthusiasm until that guy does that thing. Then it seems that all civility is at a loss. But who has time for any of that when I realize that I'm mortal? This will all end and begin again anew. Um, the afterlife or rebirth or reincarnation, or I have thought about these things. Is there a kingdom? Um, and I, as Oliver, will exist in that kingdom after death, or will I be reborn again as another life, another entity? Will, a conscious being that is again learning a lesson? Will it be human? Will I be reborn as an eagle? Will I be reborn in Nexus Prime, 7, which is, we haven't even discovered yet? Will I be reborn on that planet and I'll learn the life lessons of what it is to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a chill in the valley right now. It's pretty much, um, it's like 11 o'clock at night. And there's a chill in the valley, after it was like 95 today. So just that in one day, I've experienced chill, heat, and then cool nights again. I've experienced darkness, I've experienced light, I've had something sweet to eat, I've had, these all experiences in a day. Sometimes it seems that we question what is there to life. When I was younger, um, I always asked that, like, what will I do? What will I be? What will I become? What will I learn? What will I embody? What will I know when I'm older? And at my age, sometimes I still ask that question, can I mean, I've found myself, in the last 10, 15 years, but I'm 50 years old. So 10, 15 years to a 15-year-old, to a 50-year-old. 15 years to a 50-year-old is not the same as 15 years to a 24-year-old. So I've been, studying uh, parts of Buddhism and parts of Taoism and parts of Christianity. And I've been studying these things for 20, 30 years, 30, 40 years. I mean, at what point does going from doing Bible study to being baptized to actually walking the life and, saying to yourself, okay, I choose to live a certain life because I believe that there's more to this world than what I can see, what I can hear, what I can taste and touch. I believe there's another realm. I believe that there's a higher realm and that I can attain to that. or that I can fall from grace. I believe these things. And that's what, kept me up at 12 o'clock at night. That's what introduced me to the witching hour, was knowing that I was mortal and that this would end. This all comes to an end. So at times I feel like I understand that and I'm ready for that. And then at times I know that I still hold on. You know what I'm saying? And there's at times when I feel that, then what is my life come to? You know what I'm saying? What can I do at my age? Now that I can't, sidekick, and now that I can't grapple, and now that I can't, knock somebody out with an 800-pound punch, or 800, 60 something per square inch pound punch. That's what I had when I was in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? It's like, now that I don't have any of that, what can I do? I never used any of it. I've never 868-pound punched some guy. You know what I'm saying? Never had to. Thankfully. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what do I do now? Um, I can only sit and tell myself stories. Oh, I used to do this, I used to do that, but there was more behind that, because the thing is, when I used to think, and then I get a vision, an image or a vision, and it would lead me through parts of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I've hallucinated parts of my life, or hallucinated people in my life, or hallucinated moments in my life, but I know that not everything that I see, um, other people see the same. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I follow these visions, and these visions have taken me halfway around the world, and now led me here, and now found me half crippled, or, not completely half crippled, but, the left side of my body is not, it's just less than half of what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? And so what is the meaning of my life? I mean, I still enjoy smoking and coffee and herb, and I still enjoy listening to music. And my friend's gonna come over this weekend, and we're gonna make tie dyes out of some tank tops that I bought, using Kool Aid, because that's what they used to do back in the '90s. You know what I'm saying, for hair dye. She's all, let's just use Kool Aid. Okay, let's tie dye with Kool Aid then. You know. So I still find something to do, with my life and my time. And like I said, everybody, wasn't that the American dream, that you would work your whole life, and then in your old age, you'd be able to retire and enjoy it? Well, I just condensed it. I just did everything in a really short amount of time, you know? So the chill has come to the valley. The heat is coming to the valley. Summertime is coming to the valley. Um, and another season comes, and like I said, will I be ready? Will I be able to sit on a 103-degree day at a bus stop? And will I be able to stand? Will I be able to do all these things? I'm 51, and I guess I'm aging, like the old adage said, drive it like you stole it. Well, nah, I might get, I didn't do the worst in my body because I did try to save some of it, but I tried things, you know what I'm saying? I played sports that, people would tell me you're going to feel that when you get older. I'm feeling it, you know what I'm saying? I walk with the limp. I can't open up my hand, you know what I'm saying? I can't play guitar, I can't dance, I can't play soccer, I can't teach my nephew BJJ, I can't do none of that stuff. So what can I do? You know what I'm saying? Well, like I said, I went to state three times in a row, for speech and debate, for giving speeches. So, can I speak? Well, what is there to speak about? Well, the world, is it in chaos? The world is always in chaos. The government is always doing what the government does. The people are always coming up with conspiracies. We're always on the verge of a war. There are countries right now that have been in civil wars for longer than anybody that has been alive in that country, and they don't understand why, but they just know that they have an enemy, and it's all that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? The United States of America is very protected. The people are very protected. They've never had foreign soldiers on their land. They've never, I mean, with the exception of what 9/11, we've never had an enemy bomb a Super Bowl. We've never had anything like that. So we're very protected. We're very isolated by our borders and our oceans and our air force, and we're a very isolated people. So what is there to talk about? A chill has come to the valley. It was hot today. What else is there to talk about? We're gonna we're all gonna die. I'm gonna One day I will not be. This will all come to an end. Why don't we talk about that? Why don't, when two people sit in a room, they acknowledge the fact that every day that passes, good or bad, was one less. And, that all the dreams they ever had come true, that had come true, had come true. Why don't they ever talk about that? You know what I'm saying? So, in the coming of the witching hour, if you should find yourself alone, talking to yourself, you might be in the best company that you could possibly be in, particularly at the witching hour. You know what I'm saying? The continual evolution of the East Coast beat, we will not be denied.